Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonsoir à toutes et à tous. Mbanje kubasuhuza mbifuriza umugoroba mwiza, ikaze banyamuryango ba PLP, urubyiruko mudukurikiye, banyarwandakazi mu kiganiro Sunday Chat. Njyewe turi kuvugana aka kanya banyita Shema Naso, nkaba ndi umuyobozi mukuru wa Peace and Love Proclaimers PLP. Nje kubaha ikaze, ntago ari njye uri buze kuyobora ibiganiro, uretse ko biraza kuyoborwa na bagenzi banjye bo muri PLP. Bahaye ikaze rero muri iki kiganiro cya Sunday Chat, aho muri uku kwezi ndetse no kuzagukurikira tuzaba tuganira na bamwe mu ba PLP members bagiye bakora ibintu bitandukanye byiza bishimishije. Tuje rero kubigiraho kugira ngo tubashe kwigira ku byiza bitandukanye bagezeho, hanyuma natwe tubikuremo amasomo ashobora kudufasha mu kuba twakiteza imbere ndetse tugateza imbere igihugu cyacu. Ntabwo ushaka gutinda rero, munyemerere aka kanya nakire Melissa Uwase, hanyuma nawe aze atwakirire umushyitsi wacu turaza kuba turi kumwe kuri uno munsi, kuri uyu mugoroba. Murakoze, ndabashimiye.
Urakoze cyane Shema. Nitwa Melissa Uwase, nkaba ari njyewe uri buze guhostinga Sunday Chat y'uno munsi. As mwabyumvishije muri no Sunday Chat turaba turi celebrating our very own. Munyemerere nikaze Gabiro. Gabiro, welcome.
Murakoze cyane.
Well, Gabiro, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very nice and good. Our PLP mwese, peace. Ndabashuje aho muri mwese. Abageze mu rugo, abaruhutse, abari hanze, and everyone. Yeah, peace. Nabo derukana kera nyine mwese ndabasuje.
Good. Ndashaka kugira abadukurikiye bazi kubasha kutwohereza ibibazo. Also bambarire kuraza kuba tuvanga birimo njyewe na Gabiro. Mutwohereze mu Gifaransa, mu Cyongereza se cyangwa se no mu Kinyarwanda. So Gabiro, tell us more about yourself.
Excuse me?
Tell us more about yourself.
Nitwa Gabiro Romain. Nkaba ndi urubyiruko, mfite imyaka 24. Nkaba ndangije university muri African Leadership University. Nkaba narize bachelor's degree in global challenges with a focus in wildlife conservation and tourism. Nkaba ndi currently the CEO of City Buddiz. Nkaba ndi no entrepreneur. Anytime umuntu afite akantu ufite amafaranga ashaka ikintu twakoresha twayabyaza umusaruro. Nkunda inyamaswa cyane, animals. Mfite 2 pets, 2 dogs, Mars and Rex, and I love them. And I also have a beautiful girlfriend. Nawe nkunda cyane. Yeah, so that's me. And I have a very great team of City Buddiz, 6 young people. And I'm also a learner in life. So that's in brief me. Yeah.
All right, good. You were a member of PLP in 2013 and till 2016, I think. I want you to tell us, why did you join PLP?
First of all, thanks to Georgie. Yeah, everyone knows Georgie in PLP. So he's a powerful friend. So I joined PLP because of him. I could see that he has been always an example to me, and I really took him as an example, and I always look after him. So when I was in Senior 4, I joined PLP with an aim of learning more and trying something that I haven't tried before. So it was all Georgie, all thanks to him. So that's how I joined Georgie. Yes. I didn't have any idea of what they do and everything. I just learned what they do after. I have to be honest. Yeah.
You wanted to learn from PLP, but what did you learn from PLP then?
So first of all, I could see my friend Georgie, the way he behaved and how he was changed by PLP. First of all, I could say the core values being a responsible person, ambitious, a person who's more focused on the future, on achieving things. So I was kind of attracted to that spirit. And in addition to the spirit of concern and taking initiative, I was like, yo, you know what? I have to join these guys and I have to learn these things because I've been kind of busy with different things and as a young kid. So I wanted direction in my life. So I joined with for the sake of just joining and trying to learn these things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So then you were in PLP in 2013. In 2016, you were the head of fundraising. How did you become the head of fundraising?
Yes, sir. Back in the days, I was part of the leadership team in a PLP, Group Scolaire Officiel Utare. And when we graduated from high school, we got a chance, me, Georgie, and Ellie, two of my friends. Mm-hmm. We were chosen to, one of us was chosen to be the head of the organizing team of the Walk to Remember due to his commitment to the cause, his ambitions and everything. And he's the one that first recommended me because we've been in the same team. He already knew me, my skills, he can say that. And I was like, okay, since he wanted me to do this and he believed I can do this, he was, why not? Maybe I'm able to do this. So I took on the job and I did it, yeah.
Did it good. Did you do it good though? That's my question now.
You can ask my boss, Nelson. If you're hearing me, if you're listening, tell us.
Well, please,
but
Nelson, comment about it. What was the challenges that you met while you were the head of fundraising?
Money. I was in charge of money, right? So the first challenge was, so when you're dealing with money, some people will be like, yo, I lost this money. And that's not your money. You also have to report. And sometimes they're your friends. And you can be like, yo, you know, I lost this money and I don't know where I put it. So, and when you go to the boss and he was like, yo, I don't want to hear anything. All I need to see is the money. Right? So that was the biggest challenge, how to connect friendship and seriousness in work. And also I was young and Walk to Remember has many participants and your responsibilities are very huge at your age. And the challenge is to cope with that seriousness. And you being always, some people will be like, yo, you're being too serious. That's not you. And you're like, yo, I'm trying to be like others. And so everyone was closing their face. So I'm trying also to be like that. You don't even know why. But, you know, you're not allowed to smile. You have to be serious. And a person tell you this, you know. I was trying to cope. And that was the challenges at my age. That was not easy. Yeah.
So I also was the head of fundraising in 2014. I want you to tell me what you've done better than me or the person that was there before you. Like, tell us what you think you have improved into that function.
Yeah, so Julien was before you, after you, I mean.
After me,
DJ Jules, and then me, right? So he really helped me. And also Nelson, who was at the time both of the Nelsons, who was country director and assistant country director. So they really helped me. But what I learned from them and for you guys, what you did, you know, the Walk to Remember, the Kwibuka 2020, I think it's 20, right? And 2021, because we're the 2022nd, I think. So it was really huge. So they always told us stories, and we were also young watching. I know you guys coordinated everything. Maybe the stories like we've been able to bring the president, right, was a huge thing, right? And the feeling that everything is organized, there's little stress, and everyone has their T-shirts. Everyone is have the Walk to Remember T-shirts. That was something huge. Your friends and everything. So you guys taught me that I have to be organized ahead of time, that I have to put all my things together, and you did great giving me that lesson. And I think I also gave the lesson to the others that came after me, I think, right?
Very good. So in the same year, in 2016, you started JustSpell. Can you tell us about JustSpell?
Yeah, so JustSpell was an edutainment program. Edutainment means there's two words. There's the education and there's entertainment. So back at the time when we were organizing the Walk to Remember, myself, I had to deal with writing letters, going to people, talking to them, and all that was in required communication skills. And together with my team, we could have talks to high school students, around 1,000 to 2,000 people. And we hadn't had enough experience talking to a large crowd of people. So we saw that there was a challenge, because we also faced that. There was problem with communication skills. So we presented, me and my team, Georgie and Ellie. So we presented to the PLP team an idea of having an entertainment program that is teaching young people to express themselves and improve their communication skills. And the first idea I thought about as an entertainment program was a spelling bee. So we have saw different movies about that, and we were like, okay, we gotta do this thing. We have, because we did the work, remember, right? So it was like nothing can, we can do anything, right?
Nothing can stop you now.
In the same spirit, was like, yo, we thought about this. We gotta do this, right? So we just pushed it, and thanks to the PLP team, the committee, the Nelsons and Crepin and everyone, like Fiona, Diane, and the whole team. So we came up with the JustSpell, and we started it, and we started running, and that's how we kicked it. And it was a success. Yeah.
Is it still a success?
We have to get to that, right? Because when you're starting something, it's easy to start, but maintaining and growing and scaling, it's another thing. Because having a non-profit, still now I can say that it's a failure, but it's not as brilliant as we want it to be. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right. And then in the same year, I think you were very busy in 2016. You joined the University of Rwanda, where in the Faculty of Pharmacy. Few days or month later, you changed to African Leadership University, where you started Global Challenges. I want you to tell me why you went from pharmacy to Global Challenges, because it's very, very different. So tell me why you changed that radical, from one university to another one.
So, you're right. I first joined the University of London Pharmacy Department, and then I joined the African Leadership University after first year. And in pharmacy, I had enough grades. I had 70, I think, %, and I didn't have any resubmission and anything. So it was just that when I joined the pharmacy department, it was only due to the, when you did PCB, physics, chemistry, and biology, everyone is like, yo, if you get the good grades, you have to go to a med school, right? So I couldn't go to medicine, right? Because I hate blood. So I joined pharmacy, right?
Yeah.
I joined pharmacy, but with the lack for just the lack of options, right? So when I joined pharmacy, I was able to join the Young African Leaders Initiative, YALI, and when I joined them, I learned personal. They call it emotional intelligence, and being able to understand yourself, right? And trying to make your own personal statements, understanding yourself. So during that journey, I realized that it was not my calling, right? Because I've been thinking about doing business, studying things, leadership, and all that. And I was seeing that pharmacy doesn't lead me anywhere. I couldn't see myself in the future in terms of aspect. And thanks again to my girlfriend. I was able to see the potential of these coming universities, being Kepler University and African Leadership University, and I learned about them. And I was able to start an application just for trying. And when the decision came, me joining the African Leadership University or me going to pharmacy, my parents and my friends and myself really played a big role for me to push me and tell me that if you want this, you can do this. Yeah, so it was a really difficult decision that I made, because we were the first cohort of a university. Think about a university. Other universities are like 50, 60 years old. We are the first cohort. And we were even not sure about our certificates, our diploma and bachelors. So I was like, let me take this decision. Let me be close to to the business ecosystem, be close to what I love. And then I joined, and luckily, it passed. And I'm proud of myself.
And likely African Leadership University is now known by everyone.
Yeah.
So now, what have you, like, African Leadership University is actually now a known university. What have you learned from the people around? Because I know from different people, there's many entrepreneurs. There's a lot of people that come from different countries. What have you learned from those people?
So it's the power of a network. From what I started talking about, it all has people. I've been talking about people. I've talked about the role of people, right? So from my journey and everything, it's just people. It's not only myself, people around me. So the African Leadership University is a university of people also. So it has, now we have different backgrounds, not only your friends, not only the people that understands you, that people doesn't really understand why you're smiling or why you're sad, right? So that diversity was really important for me to understand that this world, you're not alone. Your limitation is not only your country. There's a barrier in mentality and personalities. There are barriers in terms of the lessons to learn from people that was more failures than you are, or like you thought about. There are even way bigger successes that you can achieve. So that diversity, I saw that at the African Leadership University. So, and it helped me grow my spirit, and it helped me grow my knowledge. And it's a university I have to learn. Also helped me grow my knowledge in business. And as also, it's a leadership-based university with also business-minded people. It was kind of hub for me to be able to explore whatever I want with resources, books, friends, resources in terms of applications and everything, mentorship. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm thankful for choosing the African Leadership University. Yeah.
Okay. So you said you've met mentors. Tell me one mentors you had. I don't know, how many mentors did you have, by the way?
I choose not to call them mentors, but for the lack of the right words, I call them mentors. But as people perceive a mentor, I don't have a person where I'll be like, whatever question I have, and I'll go talk to them, right? No, I don't have that person. But I have many people that can ask different kind of questions, right? Or have a beer together, right? I also call them my mentors. Because, at some point, there's some friends where you're down and you'll be like, yo, not for the sake of them changing your mood, but just for the sake of, yo, let's just go share a beer, right? A drink. And then we just go, right? But you have a purpose. You know why you're calling this friend, not this one, right? And so I can name many. And most of them are also part of the PLP group. And there are very many. I don't know how I can even go and say one by one.
No, I'm not going to ask you about one. Tell me one that you spoke to this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this week we are on Sunday, right?
Yeah. So starting from last Monday.
Yeah. So one of them, there's my girlfriend. Okay. I talk to her, right, all the time. And another one is let me see. Right? So I'm always during the week and every time I'm with my team. So my teammates, I also talk to them most of the time just for business decisions. I don't think if I'll have to mention all of them, right? Should I?
Right. No, you don't have to. You don't.
Okay.
You don't want to.
So my team at City Buddiz, I also talk to them in terms of my business decisions, our business decisions, and life decisions. Talk to my girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay, good. So you've talked much about your girlfriend. How long have you been with your girlfriend?
4 years.
4 years. 4
years. Yeah.
Wow, that's
good.
The
journey, we were together. So that's why I kept talking about her also. Yeah.
All right, that's very good. Before she was your girlfriend, where were you looking into a girl?
Nice one. So you wanna
I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah, sorry. So I I couldn't say that I had something that I looked in a girl, but the only thing that I know is that I was attracted to futuristic people and people who understand that life is not only about the present. There's more for the more about the future that we don't know, but we need to explore. So my attraction has always been not how do you call that? Love at first sight. It was more of a friend zone. I like the friend zone things, yeah, because it gets you learn. It helps you learn more about the person that you're dating, and it's not just like calling that a friend zone, but a friend. And from there, if I'm able to be a friend, to be friends with them, trying to learn their future aspirations, their personalities, their skills, their knowledge, and of course, the beauty. Yeah, also that's the first part, but also have passed through the screening and everything, right? So that's
pretty good. And when you were in university,
will I have time to also question you, right?
Question me. Well, next time when it's all about me, I'll ask them for you to host. Then you can ask me questions.
All right, so we can maybe focus on the side of the leadership and.
So I'm gonna ask you. You started eJob. Can you tell us more about eJob?
eJob, you say?
Yeah. Yes.
The company.
Yes, the company.
So when I joined ALU, the African Leadership University in 2017, I had an ambition to explore the world. So I wanted to know if I'm interested in leadership, what should I invest in my time? So the first thing that came to my mind was technology. And I had a friend called Samuel. He already had a startup called Ikanichie, which was a company that was basically doing more of DIY technology repairs. It was a company that helped people do technology stuff from themselves, like a DIYs, right? So we sat together. He shared with me his ideas. He wanted to create the biggest freelance platform for university students and young people at large in Africa, but he wanted to start in Rwanda. And I believe that was a very ambitious vision that he had. And as a person who was always close to him, we were able to develop the idea. So we were thinking about this gig economy, the shared economy, which is perceived to be among the fifth industrial revolution. The shared economy, where people will be getting jobs not because of their education, but because of their skills. So I made a lot of readings and research about the gig economy, the shared economy, and I realized that the future of job is freelancing. So I helped him develop and design, and we co-founded, me and him. I co-founded the eJob platform, which was a platform that provided jobs for university students. The idea was that if you have a big company or a small company, you can afford maybe $5,000 to develop a website, right? There's university students who are maybe in the fourth year or third year who are able to design whatever you want, and you're able to give them like $300 instead of being $5,000, and you'll be giving them jobs, right? And there's all the history of our country, how work is done in Rwanda. For instance, if a technician, they all work on a freelance basis. If your electricity is down, or just like a small thing, like your fridge has issues, right? You call a freelancer, right? So we believe that being able to connect the person who's providing a job and being able to connect them to the right person was the future to the job. And so we started eJob, and it was named the biggest freelance platform in Rwanda in 2018. And 2019, I think. Yeah, so and that was something that we were really proud of. Yeah.
That's pretty good. So now I'm gonna ask you what you do today in city, more of what you do today and the challenges you meet in your day-to-day work. You are the co-founder and the CEO. So can you tell us more about the City Vibe?
So that's like a continuation of the first question, because when we after co-founding the eJob, so my education in wildlife conservation and my ambition, as long as I'm thinking about the future being technology, I also have to think about my passion and why I really joined the African Leadership University and what I want to do for my life. So one of them, I really love traveling and also animals, as I said. So right now, I'm the CEO of City Buddiz, and what we do is that we are trying to revolutionize or rethink the way tourism is conducted in Rwanda.
Yeah.
So our mission is to create. We don't we don't just offer tourism experiences, but we create them. So our country we have Visit Rwanda, we have gorillas, we have all these big stories about the country. But when you think about it, it's a kind of experiences that revolve around each other from 2000 to still now, right? So we need new ideas of things to do. And tourism involves also entertainment. So we are on a mission of creating the most revolutionized tourism experiences where yourself, myself, people outside the country, people within the country can have activities to do in terms of tourism. And you think about tourism, you think about travel. So the part of eJob, we're dealing with technology and the job is online. I don't have to be there, right? So we just designed the website, right? And the website basically run itself, right? We hire people that find the job, but all the marketing and everything's all online. So I had now to follow my passion. I have to go to a place, explore this place and see, okay, this place is a forest, but you know what? There's more to the forest. There's camping, right? There might be mountain biking. There might be something that can attract you just beyond your hours at work. You can have a free weekend and have activities to do. So that's how we started City Buddiz, and it's now a growing and promising startup. And we really have hope that future of tourism in Rwanda is going to be great because of us, right? Yeah. So that's City Buddiz basically. Yeah.
You've been an entrepreneur from 2016 to now. Yeah. Tell me the challenges you meet as a young entrepreneur.
So the first challenge is building a team. Yeah. So from my first experience as an entrepreneur and a leader, I've been facing a big challenge with finding the right people to work with, because everyone has their in our age we're always finding our ways, right? Right? I'm still thinking about this. Today is this, tomorrow is that. Yeah. I'm not different. Everyone is not different our age. So we don't really know where we are heading, right? So to find people, and we don't have enough money, right? Enough investment or capital to be able to run like $1 million company or like 100,000 company, right? So the only thing that is important is to find the right people. You can sell the vision, because it's all about vision, right? Share with the same passion, get together, help each other, trying to understand together what we want to achieve, trying to explore new challenges together, face them together, and shine together, if I can say. So it's always difficult, because whenever you start, people have different problems. Maybe you're having your ticket to go home. Others don't even have a home, right? Or maybe they have a home, but they're willing to have a job that can help them maybe move out, if I can say, right? So it's always challenging. Yeah. So a team is it's a key aspect of a business to become successful. Most startups, right? Because with a team, you can solve financial problems. And sometimes many people say the biggest challenge in a startup is money, right? But they forget that with a team, you can design something that can be investable, right? And a lot of people want to give money, but they want the right people to give money, right? So I think the biggest challenge is building a team, right? Yeah.
Building a team. Well, and then after that, you have a nice team, right? But with COVID, tourism is not really at its peak. So what have COVID changed into the way of working?
Yeah. So the COVID-19 pandemic and its effects was really huge. But I have to be honest that for our team, it really, really helped us. And I can say that we were lucky that it came, but it helped us. Because before we were just running the company, but we were able to reflect and think about the future of the company. So we spent the first 3 months, I think, refining the whole company structure and understanding our vision, and really refine what we are doing as a company. Right? And not luckily, but strategically and following what we thought, we were able to analyze where we are heading. So we were able to incorporate technology in what we're doing, and we're also able to incorporate experiences that are favorable to cope with the challenges that we're facing as COVID-19. So we were the first to design the first circuit mountain biking experiences in Rwanda. And that's something that was not in the country before, where a person could go in a place, have a bicycle, and do an experience that is circular from one place to another place, and more of a park, a biking park. So we are the only ones that designed that, and it's all were within in mind that, you know, people are staying at home, but they're allowed to do cycling, right? Because it's your own, right? You take your bicycle, you just follow the restrictions, the measures and everything. You take your bike, you go on an experience. And it's strange that in 2020, we were able to get 135 clients, for instance, right? And it's a lot, because other companies, tourism companies, they closed, most of them, right? So we were profitable even in COVID-19, and still now we're profitable. We now added 3 more products, and we've been able to get around 4 more partners during the COVID-19, all because of the pandemic helped us to rethink, redesign, go through the reflection process to come up with all this. So so that's how the pandemic affected us.
So the pandemic affected you positively, as I can
positively.
Yeah.
There's some negative, but I choose not to talk about negative, right?
Why not?
The negative, I don't think it's the negative. It's part of the journey, because tomorrow is always tomorrow, right? So as long as I'm learning about this, maybe the negative part I'm thinking about could have turned maybe to be more negative, right? So if maybe I lost clients, maybe I needed to lose these clients in order to learn that you have to redesign the way we do experiences, right? So that's why I chose not to mention most of the time the negative part, because I don't even call them negative most of the time, right? I don't know why I'm using negative. Why?
Okay, me, I'm gonna say that the lesson that you learned in COVID, since they're not negative, but they're more of the lessons you learned with the pandemic. What are those lessons?
So the lessons is to rely on people again, not rely on people as in trust everyone, right? But be able to use in the right way the connections that you have, the network that you have. Your friends, your colleagues, your partners, your mentors, everyone that you have, they have different skills. You don't have to go to everyone just the way you just think about it, you just go. No, you just have to analyze within your friends who has this skill that I need, right? For example, you want to approach a person, right? And they have interacted with that person ahead of time. You can use your friends to know the expectation to that person before going to them, right? So it's just the power of the network. And as PLP, we really have a huge network, right? And as long as you just tell them, even if they don't know you, you just introduce yourself. I'm this person, I do this. I got your contacts from this person. I know you from this place. I want you to help me with this. Can you able to provide that? Or can you direct me to the right person who can help me? So that's what has helped me to survive and to, I won't say to thrive, but to be where I'm at right now.
Good. Well, that's very interesting. You've talked about obviously people that you have met in all this journey. Can you tell me one of your role models growing up?
So my role model is my brother. Unfortunately he passed away. He passed away 2019, right? So I was the youngest in my mother's family, because I also have my little brothers from my stepmother. So I've been always looking forward to everything that he's doing. he was my example, if I can say. So he was among the people who got the presidential scholarship to pursue their education in the United States. But before having that scholarship, he has in 2012, he was expelled. 2011, I think, he was expelled from a grade school, Jimana school. He was expelled and he joined Aperugunga, right? I know many of you know Aperugunga and have been to Aperugunga, right? But he was able to get 73 in the national exam, right? So it was all the determination, the focus, the ambition, and everything that we couldn't believe as a family. How could a person who has been expelled to school going to another school that is, I won't say how it is, you know how it is, right?
We are not gonna say anything about
no
it.
Hate.
We are just
guys, no hate, right?
we know it.
With all due respect, right? So he really shaped me to become who I am right now. Right? Yeah, he's my role model, if I can say it. Yeah.
Did you want to be an entrepreneur when you were 5 years old?
No, I wanted to be a football player, just like other football athletes. Yeah.
What happened in between from a footballer to an entrepreneur?
I wasn't there. I'm joking. Right? I don't quite remember when I was 5 years, right? But in my head, when I was growing up in primary school and everything, I was just focused on football and school and education. Yeah. And the way everything changed is all through PLP, first of all. So PLP, as you all know, most of you are part of the PLP group and everything and have heard of PLP. So PLP helped me rethink how I do things and why I do them. So I've been getting some leadership positions since I was a young kid, and I didn't get time to reflect on why I was getting those skills, those positions, I mean. So these positions include being the head of class, being the head of a dance group, being the captain in football, starting a club. And in high school, when we started a club, our clubs, they paid us, right? So we organized shows at school. And when we organized school, entrance fee, within the schools, they could pay 100 and 200 VIP. And I've been able to organize like 2 of them, right? I could earn in high school around 60K, 80K per show, right? And for a high school student, that was a lot of money. So I really knew that I had that spirit of leadership and entrepreneurship. But it was all sparked and exploded in PLP, and I'm thankful to that. Yeah.
You are money-oriented, as I can tell.
Very much. I am.
Me too. We are two here. I'm very much money-oriented.
If you also have money, I'm welcome. You're welcome. I mean, you can join me. You can give me your money. You can invest in us. We can do. We can do the part of teaching after, right? I'm a money person.
So for the PLP members, are you hiring? When you hire, which kind of people do you like to hire most? The ideal employee that you normally hire?
Yeah. So to be honest, I'm the part of hiring. So myself, I believe in my team, in understanding, because I can be like, okay, I want this in a person that I'm hiring, right? But my teammates, they also have different things they're looking for in an applicant and all that. So what I do when I look into a person is that, first of all, does my team believe this is the right person? So I don't just go on and then decide, I need this person. I'll be like, what do you think about this person? What do you think about this person? Who do you believe is the right person? And also myself, I try to be myself and put it out there on the table and try to discuss. But that is a reflection to what I'm looking for into an applicant. I want a flexible person who are honest, who are able to speak truthful, and also people who have a vision, of course. And with all the reflections, I don't quite select, because I have this thing that I have in myself. When I see a person, it's hard for me to determine if they are the right people, right? So for me, most of the time, it takes a lot of time. That's why I believe in the team that we've been together for so long, for them to be the one to select. So most of the selection process, I'm just there to kind of comment and give my ideas, but I let my team decide because I know my weaknesses. I can't just say, yo, from the first, I realized that this person is the right one, right? So that's kind of part of our weakness. So I don't know where you can put it, right? But that's how it works for me. Yeah.
I mean, if you know it's when you know it's no longer a weakness, I can already tell you that.
All right, thanks. Yeah.
So yeah, in 5 minutes we'll take a break, and before that, after the break, we'll take the question from the audience, and before that, I'm gonna ask you, as you told me you like animals, so why dogs, not cats? You know, that's the question everyone wonders.
I also had cats when I grew up. I grew up with cats. We didn't have dogs before, so we had around 3 cats at home when I was young. When we were from when I was born to around 14, 15 years old, right? So we had cats and I loved dogs also. So there is this thing with dogs and cats, right? So I tried to have both of them at first, and they always have been in fights, right? Because the cat has been always there, right? And bringing a new dog, it can't work, right? Except if they're all young and then they grow up together, right? But if one finds another one in another one's territory, it doesn't work. So I chose dogs because the cats and everything, I've been with them for so long, so I wanted time with dogs, right? So I'm still the time of me and the dogs, right? So me and the cats, the time is off for the moment, right? So once I feel okay with them, I still love them. So we think about that, maybe grow both of them together. But for now, my dogs are now big, and if I bring a cat, then it's going to be a challenge, right? So I'm still waiting for the right time to have both of them. Yeah.
It's maybe you have that time. I hope you will.
I will.
Don't you want another pet? It's not only dogs and cats.
I don't want to have things that I won't be able to cut off for, right? Because my responsibilities and what I do, I can only have them. If I have more, I won't be able to take care of them. Right? So I choose to have few due to all the things I have to do and how I need to take care of them. Yeah. Yep. Do you also have pets?
No, but my young sister does. My young sister she loves dogs. So she's watching. I'm saying hi to her. Yeah, she loves dogs. She's the one that has pets. For me, no, I don't. So we are gonna wait a bit for they have a problem with the commercials. So I'll just keep going with the questions that we already received. There's someone asked, the name is Ishinge Kevin. He asked, why do you change from pharmacy to business? Basically, what motivates you to change from pharmacy to business? I think you can go briefly again in it.
Should we go right now and solve the question, answer the question, or should we wait?
Yeah, because obviously there's a problem into the break, so we'll just start with the question from the audience.
So my motivation to leave pharmacy and to join the other school, the Leadership University, is that first of all, the marketing that went with the African Leadership University, right? That's the first thing. So these guys, they're very good with marketing. So they were able to show that you're being part of the future, right? So also as an entrepreneur, I know the power of marketing, okay? And their marketing went beyond just social media marketing to people, right? So the referrals. I had my friends who had joined the African Leadership University for the summer program, and my friends who were part of the Bridge to Rwanda program that were being interns at the African Leadership University, and the energy and the spirit that shared with me, the vision of the university and everything was really mind-blowing. And just to think about being part of that university was kind of gave me like goosebumps, right? So I was saying that, pharmacy, right? So I was like, we have to go to this. This is the future, right? And pharmacy was like, I'm very sure this is not what I want to do, right? Because, having this kind of vibe of always being down, always just learning, the small mistake you can make can cost a life, right? So I couldn't bear that, right? I couldn't. Yeah. That's the motivation. Yeah.
So you are talking about African Leadership University, and every time someone talks about African Leadership University, I think about Fred Swanika. So what have you learned from Fred Swanika?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
So I haven't learned anything from him, honestly. Apart from him being our founder or anything, right? But I haven't learned. I won't say anything, but I haven't learned many things from him, right? So because his leadership style and mine are very different. So he's a person who's he builds institution around himself. So he's every time you think about African Leadership University, you think about Fred Swanika, right?
Exactly.
Myself, I don't like that because a person is a person. They can all the time make mistakes and all that, and it can affect the institution and everything, right? So that part I don't like it, and it doesn't motivate me, right? But because even for my journey and everything, my inspiration, I don't like going very far to look for mentors and role models. So I start with people around me. And the only motivation or role models that I get that are not close to me are the ones that are doing the things that I want to do in the future, right? So I don't want to do the same thing that he's doing, but I can be quite sure that I want to do the same thing that a founder in Nigeria is doing, maybe in Ghana, in another country, or maybe even in Rwanda is doing, that is in my style of leadership, right? If I can say it, yeah. So that's how I can say, right? That's what I can say.
Okay, so we are gonna go for a very short break, and then we'll come back with the questions from the audience. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome back again. Well, is it? I think. I think we are back now. We received questions from Cyuzuzo Annabelle. She says, ese wabwira iki abantu ubu umuntu ubu uri kwiga bari kwiga ibintu bitari umuhamagaro wabo, ese umuntu wamubwira iki yakiga ikintu yakora kugira ngo ave aho ari kwiga ubu ngubu akurikire umuhamagaro wiwe. Nk'uko wavuye muri farumasi ukajya muri global challenges, nihe nama wagira uwo muntu ushaka uri kumva ari kwiga ikintu ariko kumva ntabwo ari cyo ashaka gukora, wamugiriye nama?
Okay, yeah, so inama namugira nuko there's always buri gihe hari ibisubizo around us. Hari igihe utabibona, tuvuge niba uri kwiga ikintu ukaba wenda wowe uri convinced yuko wenda utagishaka, ariko hari uburyo bubiri ushobora kureba niba bishoboka ko wabivamo cyangwa ko bidashoboka. So uburyo wenda kandi kuvuga ngo birashoboka cyangwa ntibishoboka, uburyo bidefininga nuko hari many ways you can approach education cyangwa ibyo biga. Ntabwo buri gihe biba biri muri university cyangwa muri high school cyangwa hari uburyo bwinshi cyane ushobora kwiga icyo ushaka kwiga. Wenda ntabwo nkizi icyo ari cyo, ariko buri gihe niba ubona ko wenda tuvuge your parents cyangwa people who are paying for you cannot allow you to leave that school, hari uburyo ushobora kuvuga okay, cyambere ntabwo naba comfortinga mbabwire njyewe nshaka gukora ibingibi wenda uzi kwenda sabikunda. Gusa believe yuko buri gihe ni byiza gutrayinga kwibabwira. Gusa iyo bitawakinze, hari opportunities nyinshi online ushobora kwiga ikintu cyose ushaka cyose. Nyuma yo kukiga hari ama internships, ahantu hose ushobora gusaba internship cyangwa se ukiri kwiga ariko ku kintu ushaka kuzakora. Birakorohera kuba watangira no kugira idea y'uburyo ibyo bintu ushaka kuzageraho wazabigeraho kandi utavuye mu byurimo, cyangwa se bitakunda ukaba nanone ushobora muri within your school gufata ukareba your journey where you're heading. Tuvuge you are 20 years old and education when we undergraduate yawe ifite 2 years program. Ushobora kureba ukareba niba biri connected. Ushobora gutekereza ukavuga maybe my future nshaka ko at 25 nzaba ndi gukora ibingibi. Ukirinda gufata education ngiteranye with your age in terms of kugenda njyewe nagraduate nze na kintu nakiga. Ukibagirwa yase maybe you uzagraduate ufite 23, ariko you can take courses zindi za 2 years cyangwa 3 years, you will still be when the 26. Ariko say are you brave enough kureba niba ibyo bintu byashoboka? So it's all about nyine ku explore options zose ufite, ntube biased. Nagira namwe ba biased kavuga okay, ahangaha mbwiye ababyeyi banje cyangwa ngiye ndisagiza ko ngiye kwava nahava. Niba ndavuga nti nahava mfite option kwiga online, niba mfite option kwiga online nshobora kurangiza kwiga ibyo ndi kwiga nkajya amanota meza, cyangwa se nkatangira gukora ama internship nkabasha kuba narangiza nkajya kwiga n'ibintu nshaka kwiga. So nukureba nyine option mfite kandi ukagerageza kuba ambitious enough. Ntabwo byoroshye gusa nyine biri doable kabisa, as long as you believing ariko bishoboka birakunda. Ngiye nicyo navuga.
Nzere ko Cyuzuzo asubijwe. Twagize ikibazo cya Diane Kamari, yavuze ngo what are the challenges you face in your daily activity in City Buddiz and how can people support you and your team?
So challenges twafacinze. So the tourism industry ni industry ili like serious cyane. Even for you to start a tourism company, so there's a certain amount you have to pay to have a license to be able to do that, and it's around $1,000. Yo kuba even no kuba the contract y'amamodoka hari ibintu byinshi require bikomeye. So the challenge twagize za mbere when we started no kumenya how are we going to get those things. So na capital twari dufite, ntabwo twari kujya kugenda ngo ababyeyi ngiki, ntabwo twari dufite ahantu duhera. Gusa your challenge uburyo twayaddress nzi ya mbere ni the right ni kujya the right nyine finance, ariko yongeyeho the challenge nuko nyine tutari dufite the right knowledge yo kuba twagira izo finance. So uburyo twayaddress your challenge nuko twastatinze small, tunagira power yindi nyine nk'iyo twavugaga yo gukoresha our network. We able noneho ku approachinga people batanga your license from our network. So niba wenda my friend afite umukazi ukora muri RDB cyangwa wenda azanye yigeze wenda gukora internship n'abantu bakorana na RDB, right? So we're able to pass through them tugira audience na RDB tubabwira what we want to do n'amachallenges turi gufacinga ko ari kugira license and everything. So tubasha kulearninga yuko you can start without the license, get the first clients, and then after those clients can be able to pay for your license. So your challenge, yari more about not knowing the right knowledge you need in order to start. And in the challenge, to face in the city by this, our daily activities, should. So now graduating this year, in February, and the rest of my team, but I tried quick, let's say only one. So but I'm university. So gufatanya rero university with business, kind of business is really intense because at any time you can get a client. You was spending like a week. Sanga you was gufata like when the 3 days, kind maybe 3 days with more exams. So how uravuga se maybe uravuga oyase uravuga urakoresha undi muntu se uramuhereza indi company se. That's the biggest challenge in industry yacu ishobora guchanging within other industries. For us, that was one of the biggest. Yeah. Still now, to keep your singer, let's go. Luckily, soon, all of us will be graduates. Yeah.
Good. So he also said,
so help to Chennai never clear. So we are business. We are company. So the thing we're looking for is people who can support, share what we do. So at the moment, to phase, how to we defining products. So far we have the mountain biking experience, one of the best mountain biking in Rwanda, and we also have Mutara Pastor experience. Ni experience kwa designing the yoku showcasing inyambo inka nyine z'inyambo n'umuco wa Kinyarwanda. Murabizi kuva ubukwe, all the stories n'ukuntu abantu babyina, it all reflects inka. So dukora experience yo gufata abantu bakaba mu buzima bw'inka nyine bakabana n'inka ariko experience bakiga gukama bakifotoza na nyambo and all that. Gusa that's an experience bungu tikoraninga i Nyagatare. Tukaba dufite nama products and travel companions. So travel companions, the idea of travel companion ni niba umuntu aje mu gihugu cyangwa ashaka kujya ahantu atandukanye akujya amaje kwishura tour company iza ikamutekinga wenda ikamujyana tuvuga ngo experience yacu tukujyana mu birunga tukakujyana mu Kagera twe tumuhereza a personal assistant. Mu personal assistant tumwita umubadi, tumuhereza umubadi. So uwo mubadi sinamukorera we amushyira ku munsi. No we akamutekinga anywhere ashaka, nta limitations, nta kuvuga ngo package yawe ngo ni kujya mu ngagi ngo tukajyanga. Wanamubwira okay umunsi ufite amasaha 24 uretse kwenda covid yaje tuhaguruka saa 2 tujye gushopinga, nitumara gushopinga tujya kugura na sim card ya MTN, nituvanga turajya Musanze, nituve Musanze turaza kurya show at a place nightlife
mushakira inshuti
and all ebadi tumushakira mu badi akamishura. And these people these young people need an opportunity kuri everyone that is hearing us kuba ya joininga. So tugaselectionamo aba buddies tubona afite values twifuza, then haboneka a person who want our service cyane kuma conferences tukamuconnectinga with the buddy akamutaking around bakamishura per day. So ikintu help dukeneye no kumenyekanisha ama products yacu. Haranda ari kuza soon, dufite mountain biking izaza soon, izabera ku Musambi village, hari ibera Mount Kigali yo ari sanzwe ariko ubungu twayagaritse kuko we have enhancements that we are making. So website yacu designing up, but you can still follow us on City Buddiz kuma platforms, say Twitter, Instagram, share, like our posts and everything. Soon we are bringing big things. You have to be ready and share and be our clients, right?
So we are close to the end. I want you to tell us one last thing, something that something you want everyone that followed us kwibikiraho.
So ikintu batekereza cya mbere cyangwa banyibukiraho
Ego.
ni the power of people nicyo kinavuga. Your network is nyine kuma ivuga n'undi, your network is your net worth. Not exactly your net worth, your net worth is money. Right? But you get the idea. And
yeah.
So your network abantu ufite, you have to be able, ugomba kuba kuja intelligence y'abantu, kumenya the people you have. You have to be wise enough to know what they are able to do, what they're able to help you on your journey. You have to be intelligent to use the people around you. Those are the only people you have. No, they are going to be your clients. Even though you have no client, you have to keep them. They become your people, right? So it always means I'm a people person. All my friends know it. Our people was and their friends, and they will say, I really value people, and I will do don't please people, whatever. No, who said please them? But at least be you, and you can attract them. You never know, right? Don't please them, but don't even call them pleasing or whatever. Do you? But make sure your you is great, right? So that your network becomes growing. That's what I can say.
Okay. Well, thank you very much
You're welcome.
To join me, and then also abantu badukurikiye mwakoze kudukurikira kugeza aya masaha, kandi nizere ko muzaba muhari kuri Sunday chat y'ubutaha. Mukoze cyane. My name is Melissa, and thank you, Gabiro.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.